I want to take you to that whole chicken neck corridor, that area, as well as what the Assam Chief Minister tweeted, which became a little bit of a controversy. Firstly, what Mohammad Yunus said when he was in China, he talked about the 7 northeastern states, and he keeps talking about them as if they are a different entity from India. And he talks about how China can trade with the 7 northeastern states using Bangladesh. That got India very riled up, and the Assam Chief Minister then tweeted in which he said people talk about the Siliguri corridor, but they forget Bangladesh has 2 chicken necks too. One is an 80-kilometer wide and another one is 28 kilometers, which he said. He says that Bangladesh also has 2 chicken necks of their own. Now, explain this, how strategically this has bothered us, the chicken neck that India has and the chicken neck corridor which Bangladesh has, which is the Chittagong, this one. The second is a 28-kilometer Chittagong corridor from South Tripura till the Bay of Bengal. The corridor is smaller than India's chicken neck. It's the only link between Bangladesh's economic capital and political capital. So this is what he said. He talked about India's chicken neck and Bangladesh's chicken neck. So could you explain to this how these two things impact?
Firstly, the viewers must know the context in which the statement was made by Yunus. He was visiting China for his 4-day visit. And after having met everyone there, he made the statement in which one of the things he also said was, we are the guardians of the ocean there. Since these 8 states are cut off, landlocked. The point to understand, the viewers must also know that while he may say that, if they look at the map, it is Bangladesh which is India locked. 93% of their borders, land borders, I'm not talking of the coastal, land borders, 93% they share with us. Out of the 57 rivers that flow into Bangladesh, 54 go from India. So we are an upper riparian state. There is a lot of trouble that we can create. But that's not our outlook. The present Yunus government, to my understanding, is just a blip. It's a temporary
And all
thing.
that problem had almost got solved with Sheikh Hasina.
True.
The whole water dispute and all those things had almost, even though Mamata Banerjee did not want it, in spite of that, it had almost, when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister and Sheikh Hasina, they'd almost sorted out exchange of conclaves, water, all that had almost got the Teesta issue and things.
Yeah, Teesta, since you mentioned, it was actually a project which we were to develop. Now he's asked the Chinese to come here. How can Chinese develop? China can only be in and this Teesta project, what does it mean? It means creating series of barrages, making canals, so that the water gets used to the optimal capacity, rather than water not being available in dry seasons. So this complete Rangpur area, the northern part, the head kind of a thing which you see of Bangladesh, that's where the Brahmaputra comes in, and also the Teesta. So these, other than the Brahmaputra part, where the Teesta comes from, that area becomes totally dry. So while that agreement, when
that Yangtze and comes down.
While that agreement couldn't happen, the Teesta project would have surely addressed their issue. Now he's just trying to play to the gallery by giving it to Chinese. How can Chinese create barrages in India? They'll be able to only create barrages in Bangladesh. But we are the upper riparian state. So there is no sense in what he's speaking on that. But coming to these 2 chicken necks that were commented upon.
3 actually. 1 which we have and 2 which they have.
As of course, I'm talking of the ones which they have. The Rangpur salient, for example. Now, it is a vulnerability that they have. While both these vulnerabilities are there, I am looking at the larger picture. We are not a nation which goes around annexing countries. But if they try to get other players here who are inimical to our interests, like that Lal Monirhat,
the airstrip,
airbase which they are trying to develop. They have called the Chinese to come and invest here. So if such provocative measures are initiated by them, then there would always be a counter to that. Like Bangladesh, for example, like we did an IWT to Pakistan. People don't understand the ramification. They will understand in times to come. But here, the other things that we have done to Bangladesh, we've banned export of their goods through our airports and seaports, which means, if I have to give it figuratively, 1 kg of garments, for example, if it was exported from any of India's airports, any, could be Delhi, could be Calcutta, it would cost them $1 a kg. Now, when they are doing it from their country, it's costing them $3 a kg. The context here also is that today almost 40% of the garment industry is stopped. It's not functional after 5th of August. So the country which was a one industry country, largely garments and textiles, today it's taken a huge hit. And with this, where the exports become so expensive and the trade tariffs which Trump is leaving on them is even much more, they have no choice but to temper down. They cannot.
But also the yarn comes from India, right? So
Yeah.
it impacts on our guys also who are exporting to Bangladesh. So it's going to impact both countries.
But more to them.
Okay.
More to them than to us.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.